Hey everyone, have I here been over doing Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be doing a full breakdown plus some fun little team builds for the Carnival featured LR physical metal cooler. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So yes, this is the new Carnival featured part 2 of the worldwide campaign celebrations. A very interesting unit here. I'm not sure how I feel about it at this point in time. I think it's a fantastic unit, but it's interesting how it's built, and then also the limitation when it comes to a leader. Let's go ahead and break down the arts first, and then dive into the skills right afterwards. So the card art, I actually like more on the SSR and the TUR than the Goku and Vegeta, the counterpart, the Dokkan Festival exclusive, currently on the part 2 banners here. And it's a lot more simpler on that SSR art, right? It's not a action pose like the Goku and Vegeta. I thought that was very odd, I guess, for an SSR LR. But also they have a profile art as well. I just think the Metal Cooler is cleaner looking than the Goku Vegeta, so I do like the card art here. But man, do they really go all out on the LR. Man, the LR is amazing. Wish I had it animated here, but even the animation is just incredible. So yeah, I think the art is top tier. And if you're looking to pull a unit just for the card art, then this is one of the ones that you want to definitely shoot for. But let's look at the skills in of itself. This is another Carnival unit, so it is going to be a single category 200% lead. What makes it very difficult is very limiting doing it this way. I really wish they provided at least a secondary category to just do like some additional support or just a little bit more flexibility and diversity. It doesn't have to be like anything major, like 120% or 130% to like physical type or something like that. That would make this, I think, a lot more favorable when it comes to, you know, running as a leader. But generally the 200% leaders in not only this unit here in the Carnival unit of the Carnival Goku, both are very limited when they are the leader of their own team. But anyway, super attack here is the full metal avalanche. It raises defense for 1 turn, causes costly damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack. That's always beneficial. Greatly lowers attack when it comes to like super battle road and things of that nature. So beneficial in that sense. The ultra super attack supernova massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. A lot of people misread this. It wasn't massively raises attack stacking. It was just massively raises attack and then just a regular defensive boost for 1 turn. Now, this causes mega colossal damage to enemy and then massively lowers defense. Not all that beneficial for massively lowers defense, but I do like that massively raises attack, which is a 100% multiplier to the SA multiplier. So the passive skill is the most interesting here. The Terror of Revived Cooler. It's a great great name for it because it is a revived cooler. It's just, you're going to heal and you're going to revive. You're going to do a lot of different things in this passive skill. So it recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn. That's just no matter what. And if your HP is 50% or less, it recovers an additional 10%. So 20% if your HP is 50% or below, which is very, very strong there. Plus you're going to have +2 to key attack and defense 130%, which is seemingly a lot lower than the Dokkan Festival exclusive Goku and Vegeta, but it has a bunch of other things that goes on with this unit here. Plus an additional defensive boost up to 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the defensive boost, and that makes sense because this unit heals itself, so you're going to be, you know, beefing up that defense on a consistent basis there. Plus an additional +1 a key up to 4 key, and attack and defense 15% up to additional 60% with each attack received. So you're going to have to build this unit up here. And once he's built up, he's just really, really strong. Again, here's another benefit here. Recovers 10% at the end of the turn in which an attack was received, and recovers an additional 5% when there's another ally who includes Metal Cooler attacking the same turn. That's not very likely, but you can run a floater Metal Cooler that can provide additional 5%, which is really isn't all that really beneficial, right? So usually you're not going to run it, but in my teams you are going to see some options of running another Metal Cooler. Now you could run the type advantage ones, and that of course can link up with the this Metal Cooler here as well. On top of all this, you also have a great chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks. That is not as common as your Ki Blast, right? So, but you still have some really, really nice benefits when anytime you get to have a chance to nullify any kind of super attack there. Then, of course, this one here is the cherry on top. It revives full HP when recovered when the character is KO'd. So if this unit here gets super attack and quote unquote get KO'd or dies, he comes right back and you're basically a free extra life here. Very, very strong. Generally there's some sort of stipulation or some sort of like HP restriction on revival. This is only a revival on this current unit instead of the whole entire team or the rotation. So that is the limitation there, but still very, very strong. The active skill here is Life Force Absorption, greatly raises attack temporarily and then causes ultimate damage to the enemy and recovers 30% HP. And then you can activate this condition by starting from the 5th turn, from the start of the battle, or at the 5th turn of the start of the battle, if the character receives an attack 7 or more times during the battle, or after the revival skill is activated once. So either one, you're going to have this additional benefit here. With that revival skill, does make sense with the recover 30% because you're going to recover full HP anyway. But all in all, I think this built really nicely, has a lot of unique kind of aspects to it. Gotta love that revive. And this healing mechanic is just going to make you harder and harder to kill, even though if you want to get killed, you're just going to come back anyway. So the link skills are very strong, big bad bosses, strongest clan in space, thirst for conquest, auto regeneration, nightmare, fierce battle, and legendary power. For a Wicked Bloodline team, it's going to be really strong there. And then the categories: Resurrected Warriors, Movie Bosses, Wicked Bloodline, Artificial Lifeforms, Terrifying Conquerors, Target Goku, Revenge, Power Absorption, Corroded Body of Mind, Powerful Comeback, and Accelerated Battle. So he's a very good add-on to a lot of different teams. And usually I'm not going to really go over a lot of teams on other teams where you can go ahead and slot them up. You have the right idea. I will talk about one team that you can slot up is in a position on a team that he doesn't lead. But generally when I do these videos, I'm talking about when he leads a team. The stats are very strong: 22.5 HP, 21,000 attack, and 13.4 defense. Again, all in all, very, very well built units. So let's talk about the teams here. The teams is very interesting because really you're running one category. Again, very limited here. So at this point in time, JP has a clear advantage if you want to run a Wicked Bloodline category team, because the AGL Golden Frieza is not on global yet. But when it comes out on global, it's best in slot on this team, easily, right? So generally speaking, I have him on a floater just because he doesn't link up as well as the other two units, Full Power Frieza and then the Final Form cooler there with the metal cooler. But generally you're going to just put him in the first slot there and just leave him in the first slot of any main rotation, and he's going to be solid there. Now I am assuming that the STR metal cooler, the type advantage one, that's going to easy A, so you're able to run that and have a better support unit with that strength unit there. And then of course Coolies is amazing on a Wicked Bloodline team. You can see kind of the different variations and options you can run there. I did put the metal coolers kind of down below there, generally because yes, you can run them on the same team with the same name, but generally you don't never really want to do that because they don't really link together, right? So yeah, a lot of different options, a lot of different rotations you can run and combinations you can run. One of the things that I have been talking about in all these videos here is if this guy gets an easy A in part 3, right? If the strength cooler gets an easy A, he's going to be very, very good and probably be good on a rotation or on as a floater support. So but yeah, anyway, it's a very interesting option if he does get easy 8 on here. Now generally speaking, if you're going to be running this Wicked Bloodline team on here, you're not going to run metal cooler on double main rotation, because I mentioned before the AGL Golden Frieza should be on main rotation with the STR cooler, and you're just wrecking one of the best rotations you can actually have in the game right now, defensively and offensively in one. I can't wait for it to come on global, but on JP you already know that is a killer rotation. And then you're really going to put one of the metal coolers on as a floater. This is kind of where you can get that extra 5% HP boost, attacking in the same turn, etc., right? So but yeah, I think this is the right way you want to run the Wicked Bloodline team here, especially if you're playing on JP. But if you're on global, you might actually do run 2 metal coolers on the main rotations there. So another team they can run is just kind of a full support team. Again, I'm assuming that we're EZAing the strength type advantage metal cooler there. He should give you advantage there. You can also use this other metal cooler here. He's also support unit. Of course, the OG int metal cooler, he's support as well. But hey, you can use a golden cooler on here, which you couldn't use on the final form cooler team, but you can run him on this team here. He probably is going to get an EZA as well, coming up in November. And if he does get an EZA, this team might just get some really nice additional support and make this team even better than it currently is. So we'll see what happens with golden final form coolers. So let's talk about mono team here. You can do an extreme mono team fairly easily. The units besides the metal cooler aren't really generally very good, but yes, you can run the extreme physical mono team for like Battlefield or something like that. And then finally, the team that I mentioned that I will talk about that is outside of the metal cooler being run as a leader is this team here, man. This Terrifying Conquerors movie bosses with transformation boost. He's metal cooler's not going to get to 200% here. But man, this team is ridiculous. Again, if this guy EZAs, it's just going to be all over. Great overall team. You're just smoking everything here. So it's very strong, very powerful, and it is absolutely metal cooler can be a very good addition to this team. So yeah, that's what I have for you here. Again, you know, you can run that mono team, a support team, variations of this, but all in all, I think metal cooler is well built. You know, these Carnival units are just going to be top tier no matter what. I think metal cooler is definitely up there in you know, best units in the game, but that's kind of what you're seeing now in every single new unit coming out. It's going to be in that top tier with this new meta, 200%, etc, etc. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. Tell me what you guys think about metal cooler and what teams you guys are running, or anything that's different from what you see here. And of course, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Again, thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.